my name is Spring Tigress, and I am here for episode 8 of TEW 9's Local to Global Challenge with Saints Pro Wrestling. So as you can see, Saints Pro Wrestling is continuing to be profitable, and I want to keep that momentum going. There's a new wrestler on the roster here. Mio Mimono has just been hired and will be making her Saints Pro Wrestling debut at the upcoming show, which is in 3 in-game days. MV Young continues to be the man on the show, and we now have 4 hot prospects to invest in. So I'm definitely going to keep track of their developments, especially Bailey Waterman, who really impressed in the last episode, and as well as being picked as the next big thing according to this. Without further ado, let's get to the next show. Night off. Yeah, 98. Okay, 98, so back to the battleship we go. Any locker room incidents? Okay, MV Young lived in the locker room when he organized and then won a video game tournament. That's sweet. Oh, he has a lively personality. Okay, but that's it for locker room incidents. Rest of the locker room. Let's do some team bonding, I guess. Nothing noteworthy came from it. Alright. And a decent match to open the show. Crowbar, Chris Danger, and Boom Harden defeated Athra Mamata, Eileen Jerkowitz, and MJ Jenkins in 10 minutes and 47 seconds when Crowbar pinned Eileen. Makes sense, she's the rookie, she got singled out and got pinned, and Boom Harden was on the winning team. The match was designed to tell a specific story. You see hot and rising for crowd heat at the end. The wrestling rating was 30, the crowd reaction was 17, and the overall segment rating was 32. MJ Jenkins had an in-ring performance of 42. Eileen had an in-ring performance of 18. Okay. Athra Mamata had one of 46. So he was the best worker in the match. So good job. Boom Harden had an in-ring performance of 24. I think this is the best performance I've seen from Boom Harden so far. So, okay, fair enough for him. He's showing improvement. Chris Danger had an in-ring performance of 25. So he was barely better than Boom Harden. And Crowbar had one of 28. I thought his would be a bit better, but right under here it says that he was really off his game. This match got the show off to a strong start and got the crowd hotter, so pretty solid. And then after that, a great 5-minute angle where MV Young just cut a promo to a 54 rating and getting the crowd hotter. And oh wow, and about to had superb wrestling and good heat. Mio Mimono, who's making her debut on the show, defeated Brittany Blake in 13 minutes and 24 seconds by pinfall after a distraction from MG Jenkins. Yeah, the match was designed so the wrestlers can go out and try to steal a show. During the match, we also had Chris Danger run in and attack Mimono, which is what led to MJ Jenkins showing up. She attacked Chris Danger and then ended up distracting Brittany Blake, setting her up for the roll-up. The crowd was very hot at the end. The wrestling rating was 47. The crowd rating was 21, and the segment rating 51. Let's see, and Mayo had, yeah, she had an in-ring performance of 53. Wow. And Brittany Blake had an in-ring performance of 42. Let's see, she debuted her speeding Powerpuff Girl gimmick and got initial rating of great, as it should. Okay, that feud advanced. Mimono seemed off her game. Jesus, now I'm scared of what she'll do when she's not off her game. Both women have pretty good in-ring chemistry and it lifted the match. Chris Danger did good work at ringside. Mimono has a strong connection with the young female demographic who really liked her winning, and this match got the crowd hotter. Losses do not damage popularity as much as usual. Yeah, it makes sense for an underdog gimmick. There's a large penalty to charisma. Ooh, can be penalized for being in lengthy match. Oh, that's gonna suck long term. But she's one of the ones I think I can trust in the lengthier matches. Very good debut. Okay, after that, in a good 5-minute angle, we had Chris Danger cutting a promo on MJ Jenkins and Mio Mimono to set up a tag match at the next show. And additionally, Chris Danger improvised well. MJ Jenkins was poor in trying to improvise dialogue. Mimono did a master job improvising interaction with the crowd, but she was held back by the language barrier, but she's getting better at her gimmick. And our main event is a wild brawl that had great wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd to main event this show. Danny D'Amato and MV Young defeated Lanny Luck and Bailey Waterman in 10 minutes and 5 seconds when MV Young pinned Bailey Waterman after using a foreign object. MV Young carried the match in terms of in-ring performance. Yeah, I believe it. Damn, I should have let the women main event. I thought, you know, MV Young had been doing so good, he earned the main event, but like, nah, I should have given it to the women. The wrestling rating was 39, the crowd rating was 18, and the overall overall segment rating was 47. Okay, Bailey Waterman had an in-ring performance of 30, which that's very good for a rookie. Lane Luck had an in-ring performance of 29. Oh, she was the weak link instead of the rookie. That's interesting. Envy Young had an in-ring performance of 60, and Danny D'Amato had an in-ring performance of 38. Yeah, Envy Young really did carry the shit out of this match. Yeah, 47, that's pretty good, and the crowd at the end was very hot. Overall rating 46, very great rating in front of 100 people, so we sold out the venue, and the show increased our popularity in one region. Hey, that's still pretty good. That's still one of the strongest shows we had. Just, okay, let's address the locker room. You know what? I gave Boom Harden so much shit in the last episode. I'm actually gonna compliment him on showing improvement, and instead, Mimono's gonna be praised on a great performance. Yeah, Boom Harden was pleased with my speech, because I rarely ever say nice things about Boom Harden, you know? He earned it. Hey, Mimono also seemed pleased. Oh, got it. We're in the red now. Overall loss. We lost $192. Ah, damn. And we didn't get a boost in popularity, though. Damn. We're losing money now. Yeah, my no-no. She's number one now for next big things. Okay, she's in Showstoppers now. And Ring Generals. In the month of July, I made a total of $1,855, which is much lower than the previous months. Okay, ticket sales are back up to 900. The sponsorships are going up. Merchandise is actually lower than it was last month. But yeah, the workers' cost is going up. That's what that was, because I thought about hiring someone during the second month for this episode. Yeah, no. The show cost is the same. So is marketing. Merchandise cost is the same. Production's $5 higher, but the tax went down. So the main thing is the worker cost is going up. Because other than that, yeah, ticket sales are better than last month's, and the sponsorship deal is continuing to go up. Yeah, merch is down from last month, but it's still better than the months before it. Our next show is actually tonight, since I set it for the first Saturday of every month, and so happened the first day of the month is a Saturday. Oh, I've never had this before. Bella Bond has turned up and requested that he be allowed to hang out backstage. He's an unemployed worker who happens to live nearby. He has not worked for SPW before. Okay, come on in. No, wait, hang on. Let me see. I mean, I'm not gonna pretend he's like the worst thing ever, but I don't know what use we would have with him though, so no. Mio Mimono brightened the mood backstage after doing several funny cartoon drawings of her colleagues. That's good to see. Apparently, the pair of Brittany Blake and Danny D'Amato have been hanging out a lot recently. Oh, okay. Envy Young and MJ Jenkins have apparently been hanging out together a lot recently as well. Oh, okay, so no fights or anything, just for good news. Call out, metal, fire, pull a rib, wanna do more team bonding? The relationship between MJ Jenkins and Chris Danger has become stronger. In a good match to open the show, Lady Luck and Anthem Amada defeated Danny D'Amato and Boom Harden in 12 minutes and 44 seconds when Lady Luck pinned Boom Harden with a unit cutter. Okay, the match was designed to tell specific stories. In terms of in-ring work, Anthem Amada was head and shoulders above everyone else. Boom Harden was the weak link. Of course he was. Struggling to keep up with everyone else's in-ring performance. The wrestling rating was 34. The crowd rating was 21. And the segment rating was 39. That's actually better than what I thought this match would get, if I'm being honest. See, Boom Harden had an in-ring performance of 23. A little worse than his last in-ring performance, but much better than most of his other in-ring performances. So Danny D'Amato had an in-ring performance of 34, and so did Lady Luck, and Anthem Amada had an in-ring performance of 44. Let's see, the match got the show off to a strong start and got the crowd hotter. So for now, I'm just gonna keep Boom Harden in tag matches for now, because he's been showing improvement since I've been putting him in more tag matches. And a wild brawl that had good heat and a decent reaction from the crowd. Envy Young and Crowbar defeated Bailey Waterman and Elaine Jerkowitz in 8 minutes and 12 seconds when Envy Young submitted Eileen. In terms of in-ring work, Envy Young was head and shoulders above everyone else, as he should be. Look at this matchup. And Eileen was the weak link, struggling to keep up with everyone else's in-ring performance. Okay, the wrestling rating was 36, the crowd rating was 13, and the overall segment rating was 46. Crowbar had an in-ring performance of 27. Envy Young had an in-ring performance of 66. Eileen had one of 13, and Bailey Waterman had an in-ring performance of 39. And Eileen was really off her game. Yeah, because I think she did better on the last show than that. And yeah, MV Young looked excellent out there. Of course he did. Look at his in-ring performance compared to everyone else. So 46 overall is pretty good. And then after that, we had a good promo from MV. 39? Usually 39 is good for everyone else, but what? MV Young was very poor when trying to improvise dialogue, but the angle got the crowd hotter. Wow, that is very below his standards. What the hell? Okay, it was not below my standards. And about that had superb wrestling and good heat. MJ Jenkins and Mio Mimono defeated Brittany Blake and Chris Danger in 13 minutes and 9 seconds when MJ Jenkins pinned Chris Danger with a widow's peak. The match was designed so the wrestlers could go out and try to steal a show. Chris Danger was the weak link, which is not surprising at all. Wrestling rating 45, crowd rating 22, segment rating 52. Mimono had an in-ring performance of 57. MJ Jenkins had one of 45. Chris Danger had one of 27. And Brittany Blake had an in-ring performance of 49. Let's see, that storyline's advanced. And yeah, Mimono has a strong connection with the young female demographic who really liked her winning. And this match got the crowd buzzing. It better have 52. The women having to save the show. Whereas, damn, even an MV Young promo underperformed. So the women had to save the day. So very good show. Yeah, 97 people. Overall rating 49. So that was better than the last one. And this show increased our popularity in one region. We know who we have to praise. No, let's praise MV Young as well. Oh, and ticket sales went down. Damn, we lost more money. Fuck. Hey, our popularity went up. We're officially at 14 out of the goal of 17 to get to the next size. No broadcasters still gonna take us yet. RJ City and Hikaru Shida are now a couple. Oh, okay, that's interesting. All right, in the month of August, we only made 1,764. Yeah, damn, that's also lower than last time. Yeah, our ticket sales went down and our sponsorship went down. Merchandise was $1 less. Yeah, workers same price. Okay, the show cost was a bit lower. Merchandise name. Yeah, merchandise cost went up. Oh, okay. So it's not like we're completely in the red of overall profits, but yeah, I'm slowly grossing less money. That's definitely something I gotta look into. So I'm gonna end this here, guys. This is a shorter episode than usual, but I think it was still eventful anyway, because we are dealing with financial woes here. But at the same time, the actual shows are improving. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode in the comment section below. This is Spring Tigress, wishing you all farewell.